Alright y'all, so welcome to today's video. So what you're actually seeing is actual photos and clips of what is considered to be Foo Fighters, which was basically the terminology came around in 1944. And these are actual photos that were taken. So you guys know sometimes it's pretty difficult to get photos, especially old photos and videos of particular UFO craft, and especially things like this. And what you're seeing here is photos and videos from that time and era, which I think is pretty amazing. It's kind of hard to sometimes dig some of this stuff up. Now, these things usually were sometimes seen by themselves or sometimes seen in a group of lights, which you see in some of these photos here and some of these videos, which is pretty amazing that they actually filmed this. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more footage out there. We just are not able to get a hold of a lot of it, but I got what I could here for it. So basically the terminology for Foo Fighters came along from a 1934 comic strip that was in the newspaper. And basically in that comic strip, the main character was always talking about where there's food, there's fire. And that's kind of where that terminology came from, which is pretty interesting how that came about. And what's funny was the main pilot, Ed Sluter was his name, loved that particular comic strip so much he named his actual plane after, which was funny. And he's kind of the one that came up with the terminology for that. And remember that this is before the term UFOs came about. Now, as I mentioned, that sometimes they would see these in clusters where you'd see several surrounding around a lot of these aircraft, and then sometimes you would just see them by themselves. I mean, it's pretty interesting, and I'm so glad that the pilots back then actually took photos and stuff, and they didn't expose a lot at first because they were probably afraid of getting ridiculed and stuff. But I mean, they were everywhere out there. Sometimes they would fly as close to being right up on them, even on their wings and stuff. And a lot of people thought that these were German or Nazi created craft, which they probably were. I'm not going to put that past them because we don't know everything that actually transpired there. But put that in the comments below if you know some more information about that. But these also remind me kind of the Phoenix lights that appeared. Maybe a little different because they did say they actually saw a triangular shaped structure when these lights appeared over Phoenix over 20 years ago, but they kind of remind me of that as well. And then also we see these also today as well. You guys can see this video footage here where you see something similar to probably what they were seeing flying back then. And this is some pretty amazing footage right here that you see here with this. And then here's another clip too. So these are actually three flying together like the previous clip. And this could have been something similar to what they were seeing there, although there was reported that what they saw back in the 40s were sometimes an orange, yellowish, and blue color. But this could be just because they were pretty far away. So, but what I want to do is I want to give you guys in this video an eyewitness testimony of what he saw and what he experienced when he actually saw these Foo Fighters for the first time. And then at the end of it, I'll just kind of give you my thoughts on it. I think that this is a pretty interesting and something that kind of needs to be touched up more as we progress forward with this channel more.
And suddenly two vanish, and I mean vanish. Blue sky, I vanished. And one, the time to say 1, 2, 3, make a long circle with crashing green, blue, red, everything on the back, towards us, pass between us and the mountain, like a lightning, and went zigzag and disappeared. When he passed, I had a green light in my cockpit. matter of a fraction of a second. And I remember I can see something hard to say, 15, maybe 20, 25 feet diameter, like a disc, went under us and disappeared. But the next things, and a little tinkling around me, you know, okay, we were tired. And then the thing I see, I look, all my instruments, they were all getting crazy. My Sperry compass was going counterclockwise about that speed. All the other instrument was going this crazy. And I said, of course I have the answer today. But I said, holy smoke, what's going on? And when that took place, my two wings went sky high, yelling, and the interphone, what's going on? Shit, I'm back and all that. I said, hey, back. And then I said, no radar, no nothing, navigation. What can we do? Radio wasn't functioning anymore. Well, lucky when I think about it, our magneto was still going on. That's still a mystery, because what happened today? I know high level of magnetic field. Okay. So fortunately, above the mountain, I saw the base far away. Thanks God. So we all land, and you see three exciting guys were going down there. We arrive, and like normally, we had to do our reports. On our report, we say everything like it happened. And that's why the CEO, when he began to read that, he looked at us, he picked up the phone, and he says, Doc, I got to send you three guys. They got mass hallucination. They're very, very tired. Give them, and we had to go. And I was mad. I said, what, 20 minutes, blah, 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 blah. And I said, God, no, it's not possible. What's going on? I mean, is that a secret weapon, a new secret weapon of the German? The briefing and the intelligence in each briefing should tell us nothing of that kind. What is this? We can't fight that. If that's a secret a weapon of the Germans, so we can't fight that. We lost the war. You know, going gloriously with our plane at 450 miles, you know. So finally, I took the CEO to the hangar and I said, sir, you better tell us what's happening. You must know more than we know. What is happening? Look what happened inside of the plane. It was 1 hour after. The mechanics has to take all those instruments out on the three plane. And he went crazy. He said, wow, all this smoke, I don't know. Well, if you don't know, you better believe our story. We were grounded 4 days. The second day, we had some VIP coming early in the morning. We had to be put inside a room, questioned. Oh, Colonel plus his aide and everything. Gentlemen, he says, you are not crazy. You are not having hallucination. You have seen the right things. Oh my God, I said, I'm going to see something. We are going to know what's going on. Yeah, but meanwhile, the aide make us sign some paper, you know. You don't remember everything, you haven't seen nothing, military secret, and that's about it. Otherwise, the war is finished for you. 1945. And that was the end of it.
All right, y'all, so pretty interesting stuff. There you go, a basic overview of Foo Fighters. There's a lot more to it, so I'll try to get more detail in some future videos, but I at least wanted to introduce you guys to this. I actually believe this stuff actually happened and transpired. There's too much video and evidence out here for it not to have been something real. And we even have, of course, video and stuff of it today, possible things that could look like it. So anyway, don't forget to put your comments down below, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Thanks, guys, for watching.